Welcome back to Winding Hills Golf Course on an absolutely glorious morning here with the sun shining through the trees and casting beautiful shadows across the fairway. This is one of the great times at Winding Hills, great way to start my day. I'm starting on a series of 12 videos that I've been promising for a while, and these 12 videos are going to cover the true power in a golf swing. That power we feel in our minds and bodies comes really from our body and the exertion of energy, where in truth power really comes from another part of us. It lies within us in what I call the heart of the game. So this is the first video lesson of 12 video lessons, Living Golf, Power Lessons from the Heart of the Game. So you're going to get a better connection to what it really is. Those of you who have been following me hear me talking about the it concept quite a bit. Well, it is a marvelous word because once we get it, there's something very special about this game that strikes a spiritual chord in all of us and evokes an emotional response, giving a childlike experience. That's playing golf. So I'm going to hit a shot. I teed a ball up here. I'm on a 2 1/4 inch tee. I recommend that slightly put into the ground. That's going to bring the ball to a perfect tee height every time. Also, you're not going to break so many tees, so you'll save a little money. All kidding aside, what we have to do when we look out there is our conscious mind shifts over many times to problems. We have a problem on the left with a big tree that's looming over the fairway, and rough and deep rough at that on the right side. So our brain starts to talk to our mind and body of what we do and don't want to do. What we really need to do is shift over and become more accepting, consciously accepting. We have to get out and see the field. The field is where the ball is going to land, not where the ball is now. When we can get past that consciousness and that attraction to that ball, we can allow that club to go through very fluently out toward our target. So I'm going to hit a shot here. We're going to go through 3 stages of this video. The drive off the tee, then the approach shot to the green, and then the putting and chipping around the green. All of whom have a different concept in conscious awareness. So let me get going here. I set my club first. Remember, always set your club first, then set your body around the club. The golf club is built to line you up. You're not built to line the golf club up. So we square the face of the club. We set our feet. We always remember to take it back low and slow and then let it go. There's a good one for you to remember. Low and so slow and let it go. Okay, we're going to go down and play this next shot from the fairway. We're going to hit into the green and see what we get from that point. So we're going to go deeper into this now, so stay with this series of videos. They're going to be very helpful. They'll come out about once a month probably during the next 12 months. Thanks for being here and joining us again. Okay, I pretty much got the result I wanted here off the tee. I'd focused about in this space, either here on the left side of the fairway or a little more toward the center, at about the 100-yard marker. Sometimes it's not a good idea just to blast the ball as far as you possibly can. You just want to try to get it to a position where you know the next club you're going to hit with a full swing is going to give you the distance you want. I know my distance is pretty well from hitting thousands and thousands of golf balls. So I have a wedge in my hand. That's my 100-yard club. I'm going to make a nice smooth swing, about a 3/4 swing. I never give 100% of the energy to any shot, and allow the ball to manifest what I am consciously focusing on. So what I'm looking at is a pin position on the left side of the green today. Now, depending on your confidence and experience level, it's not always good to go right for the pin. You might want to choose the middle of the green here for a little bit more potential to succeed in the shot. One way or another, we want to try to trust the force. That force of allowing something to happen rather than trying to make something happen. Remember, you cannot make a golf ball do anything. It has to cooperate with your spirit, which is found at the heart of the game. So to live the game of golf, we have to get to the heart of the matter. That's the key here. So you do that by training, but also by being aware. That power does not come from distance. Power does not come from strength. It comes from a mind-body-spirit connection that allows great things to happen. Anyone can achieve this. So I want you to always remember to go for it. And that's about what I'm going to do here today. So again, we set the club first. We set our body around the club. Think low and slow and let it go. Okay, pretty much got what I wanted on that shot. Let's go up and see what the results were. Well, thinking back to the second part of this video, I talked about how sometimes they will set the pins very tight to one side of the green. They did that. I felt very confident hitting the shot, but lo and behold, my conscious mind shifted over and pulled the ball to the left. So now I'm left with a position of having to pitch up over a bunker, the corner of a bunker, with a green that's going away from me, rolling away from me, and I have to come up over a little rise. So I'm going to use my sand wedge here. Normally I would use a gap wedge or a pitching wedge, but I want to get the ball a little higher in the air, have it land softly, and then trickle down to the hole. So the conscious analysis of this shot gets very clear to me. I visualize it consciously. When I get ready to execute the shot, however, I have to dismiss that and accept it a little bit more. Once I accept that as being the probability, I can then manifest the result by focusing again from the heart on the heart consciousness of the execution of the shot. That's process orientation, not result orientation. So I always constantly look for the result, or the process that creates the result, not the result as my purpose. That's a very, very important point, that your purpose becomes focus of process orientation. Here we'll execute this and see if we can come up with something that gets close enough for a tap in. Remember again, you set your club first, then the body. You relax, go into a relaxation, take a breath, nice deep breath, exhale the breath, and let it happen. Okay, the green was a little hard where it hit, so the ball rolled away a lot more than I thought it would. So I would have to hit another shot now if I were practicing, which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to hit another shot because it gives me a chance, from the result of that, gives me a chance to feel the shot differently. So we'll play another shot here and see if we can execute better. Looks good. Now that should trickle right down to the hole. Okay, went a little bit left, but I got the distance absolutely perfect. So take the advantage when you're playing a practice round to, when you miss a shot, capture the feeling of that shot and then re-hit another shot. That's a great way to practice without having to hit hundreds of golf balls. Okay, we're going to go up and hit that putt and see what kind of conscious thoughts we can have about that. Okay, this is the second ball that I hit in my practice on this shot. It's rolled about 15 feet, 12 to 15 feet from the hole because of the downhill run on the green. Now I have to assess the green consciously, what's going on. How is the ball going to roll? This green is pretty severe from right to left from where I am, so I'm going to have to start to feel, and feel is not by knowing consciously. Feel is by experience of feeling the flow of the green. So when it tips right to left, it's going to curve right to left. Now in your early experience with the game, you're not going to know exactly how much. Just realize that it does curve right to left, and trust your instinct, trust your heart to tell you how to line up. You square your blade and you make your stroke. The stroke has to be very smooth and even. What I usually use is a mantra, tick-tock. That's the natural body flow, which coincidentally is in alignment very much with the resting heartbeat. A perfect resting heartbeat is 60 beats per minute, 1 beat per second. So if I can get my continuity of my mind, body, and spirit in a feeling of flowing motion connected to the heartbeat, I will be in full consciousness at an intuitive level. So I'll square the blade to what line I want to hit it on, and I'll let the ball roll out. Okay, the green is a little damp this morning, so consequently it held its line. When you're on a damp green, it'll do that. So I'm going to hit another ball with a little less break and see what happens. That one I did something different. I hit it right through the break. That's another problem you can have. So the third one is going to give me the true answer to what I'm looking for. So I'll feel, from the experience I had in those two, I'll feel the break. Just an inch short, but you can see the difference. So the experience of the first one, the second one, gave me the intuition of what to do with the third one. Folks, I can't tell you what a good practice methodology that is. So go out on the course when you're not holding anybody up and hit multiple shots. It's real good for your game and for your heart. Thank you for this one today. We'll have another one coming up shortly.